Before we even start, I've found a bug. I can't even get into the Nether. It won't let me. I don't know why. In creative mode, I am not able to join the Nether. Well, this was a fun one, y'all. I had a great time showing this this snapshot off. There's so much wrong. I can't even clear the weather. Okay, we're just gonna close out of this. What? 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 Oh my God. What? I can't move. The bugs are real. My head isn't even moving. Look at this. This is the best way to take screenshots. What is wrong with this? Get me. I'm having an in-body experience. Well, I think that this world is literally gone. Everything that I was going to show you that I made in this world, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We're winging it. We're winging it this episode. I have figured it out. I have figured it out. It's because it's 13A. It's a cursed snapshot. It has bad luck. This is the bad luck snapshot. I need to really make sure that I don't die. Otherwise, apparently, I might have some issues. I don't know. It's weird that every time I rejoined, I was dead. I don't get it. So this video started off a little bit different than normal, but we are in snapshots. 20W13A, and by far the biggest news around is that there is a new mob in the game. They don't always spawn with something on top of them. Why? Right now, this is the Strider, and right now they keep spawning with things on top of them. This little baby thing, it's separate. They're not the same. If you ever just saw this, there you go. There you go. That is a Strider, a new mob in the game. Striders will live in lava lakes. So they love lava, and that is where they live. They live and love in lava. You got the big ones, you got the little ones. The little ones running after his little, they look weird, okay? They're just big old heads with legs, and they're peaceful. And obviously their hair is super weird as well. Look at them just walk around, and they float on top of lava. I don't get it, but they do it. Can we see their little feet under here? Yeah, look at their little feet. Oh my gosh, they kind of go far into the lava there. So Striders can be saddled. So you throw the saddle on it. It looks really weird. I'll be honest, I do not like that saddle texture, but that is the texture. So then as a player, you can sit on top of the Strider. This is unlike a horse in that you cannot immediately control the Strider. So Strider is very similar to a pig, because a pig you can saddle as well, and you can't control the direction that it goes. And just like a pig, you control it through food on a stick. So pigs, they have carrots on a stick, but Striders, they really, really, really like warped fungus. So you can see that there is a new warped fungus on a stick. So if I hold this warped fungus, all of the Striders kind of come towards me, and they're here. I can even dismount off of this guy, and you can see that they follow just like all the other mobs that have a certain type of item that they really, really want. Just like how, you know, carrots for, oh my God, they get really tall because their little legs come out of the water, come out of the lava. How carrots will attract rabbits, and wheat will attract, you know, cows and that sort of stuff. The warped fungus will attract these guys, and it will also be the thing that you need to breed them. Now, when you put warped fungus on a stick, exactly what you would expect, you're just going to take a fishing rod, and you're going to take your warped fungus and throw it together in a crafting table, and then you'll get warped fungus on a stick. When you use that while you are riding a Strider, then they will stride in the direction that you are facing, just like with a pig. And also with a pig, you can feed them. So I'm gonna switch into game mode survival here. You can feed them. Ow! Well, that was rude. My Strider just got, ow! Okay, we're just getting attacked from all over. So you feed him, and the durability of the warped fungus on a stick goes down, but he ends up moving rather fast, and you can see he moves like fast over time. It's not an immediate like, okay, we're up to full speed here. He slowly over multiple seconds will become faster, and then he sort of stays faster. So you can see I'm not in creative anymore, and this is a great way to get across lava. I kind of expected there to be some type of lava boat, something like that. But there isn't. We instead have these strider mobs as really your lava transportation. Another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and move off of the warped fungus on a stick. If I dismount, I will fall into the lava and die. Okay, hopefully we can go back through. Maybe? No. Crap, this world is done for. We can't do anything. I don't even have audio. Oh, I do have audio. Why don't I have audio here? I don't know. I think that you get some weird out of entity experience whenever you die. Because I bet you if I open this up, I'm gonna be dead. Yeah, I'm dead. And then so what happens if I just do /kill? And then, oh, I've killed myself and I haven't died. Okay, this is weird. This is the weirdest bug I've ever seen. Okay, let's create a new world. So while we're here in the overworld, I just do want to point out that striders can be in the overworld. They are not a nether only creature, and they don't switch into any other mob like the piglin, or you know how the piglins switched into zombified piglins when they're over here in the overworld. So you can have a strider in the overworld, and like I mentioned before, these guys are completely I have a zombified piglin on top of the strider here. These guys are completely peaceful. So here I am. You can punch them. They don't hurt you. You can punch a whole bunch of them. They don't do anything. They're just like pigs or cows or whatever, where they just don't retaliate at all. These guys can be led. So you can attach a lead onto him, put down a fence, and then attach him to that, which is great because I would imagine if you had a situation where you had a lava lake and you wanted to sort of have transportation from one side to the other, you'd kind of want these guys to hang around so that they wouldn't go on and wander off. Also, they will work outside of lava. So I have this warped fungus on a stick, and you can see that he will move around even outside of lava. I wanted to see if he would break his lead here, but it doesn't look like he will. They just move very, very, very slowly. Maybe this is a mini game in itself. Like, you know, just get a warp fungus guy and for a fungus stick, and you have to ride around on one of these guys to do some type of mini game thing. It is pretty funny, and they will commit like hurt aside if you walk them off into nothingness. When they die, they drop experience, and they also will drop string, which I wonder if that's going to change. I do assume that the string is based off of the little hairs on their head, but it'd be, I don't know. I'd like a different drop. I don't really love string, but there you go. You could get string from them. Guess we didn't have a way to get string in the nether, but didn't know if we really needed one. Moving on, there is a new block, which is the Lodestone. This is a sort of like partner block to the compass. So compasses in the Minecraft nether point in every direction. They don't have a way that they care to point. They just go all over the place. So now if you craft a lodestone, you can take your dumb compass and educate it about where it needs to point just by clicking on the lodestone. And as you can see, it is locked now to that lodestone and will always point towards it, which I love, love, love. In fact, in the things that I mentioned about stuff that I was hoping is going to be in the Nether update, some type of functionality for the compass is in my list. You can also see that it renames the compass to a lodestone compass, and it gives it that really cool enchanted effect. Now, if you take a lodestone compass into the overworld, it kind of freaks out a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's a bug. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Now, this does work in the overworld, so I can use a lodestone in the overworld and it will lock to the compass, which I like. I really love as well. So I assume this is going to work in the end. I'm not going to test it, but I just assume that this will work in all the dimensions. So now you can have a compass that points to whatever location you want inside of Minecraft, and the other lodestone goes crazy, and the nether lodestone, you know, works. I'd like it if they worked even between dimensions. If this one that's going crazy in the overworld locked to where its location would be in the nether, that would be really cool. It would make linking portals really, really simple. So, you know, maybe keep that in mind, Mojang developers that are watching this video. I don't think there's any. I don't think anybody watches. This lodestone is just craziness. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. So how do you craft it yourself? Well, I made infested stone bricks. You need stone bricks, not infested stone bricks. I grabbed that out of my inventory. And a piece of netherite. So a netherite ingot. How do you get to chiseled stone bricks? In order to do that, take normal stone, which is cobblestone smelted, or if you have a silk touch pick, make that into stone bricks, then make those stone bricks into stone brick slabs, then take those stone brick slabs and put them on top of each other, and that will give you a chiseled stone brick as a result. You do need 8 of those in order to make the lodestone. I personally really wish that this didn't cost quite so much. Mostly the netherite is what is the big cost in this recipe, because I feel like this is a great item for beginner players to have, to be able to lock a compass to your lodestone and to be able to find your base without needing to use F3 in order to do it. Seems like something that any player, especially beginner players, could really use. So I wish that recipe didn't quite cost so much. There is a new way to generate basalt. So basalt naturally generates inside of soul sand valleys, and now you can create it yourself, but you need very particular blocks in order to pull it off. So the 3 things that you need in order to make this happen, to be able to make your own basalt, is you need first soul soil, you also need blue ice, and you need lava, so flowing lava. So now, I didn't mean to place you right there. Okay, there we go. So now, if you have flowing lava and it falls next to blue ice, then it will go ahead and create this basalt. And it won't work, so this sort of situation right here is pretty, as long as you have enough blue ice, and remember blue ice is sort of difficult to get, but you can create a really easy generator. And this exact sort of situation, that will not work on any other block. You do need to have that to be soul soil underneath in order for that to work. So I can destroy and kind of replace all those blocks, and you can see that that is soul soil underneath. And in messing around with this, so right here I have the lava, and I'll actually put it back here in order to easily flow off the edge here. So when messing around, you do need basically the soul soil to be right underneath. So if I put the soul soil kind of in any other position with this blue ice, it won't work, but the moment I put it underneath, then it immediately creates the basalt. So this is very interesting to me that ice is being used in this way, because part of me wondered if ice was going to get removed from the nether, because ice doesn't really make sense. If you can't have water in the nether, how is it that ice is able to stay unmelted? And that was always just weird to me. But then also the fact that we have soul speed, I assumed that the current trick to get around the nether really fast, which is ice and boats in, big long pathways, would get replaced with soul speed boots. And so maybe ice wouldn't be able to be placed into the nether, which would mean that you would want to replace that with some other fast moving way to move. And so that would be soul speed. So I'm really surprised that ice is being used in this way. Moving on, another interesting thing in this snapshot is that these respawn anchors, I should say, that can be filled up with glowstone in order to power, and then you click on it to set your respawn point. They have changed a little bit in behavior. I really wanted a hopper to be able to put some glowstone into this so you wouldn't have to manually click it every single time. But the next best thing is a dispenser, which can now, and I'm gonna just put just 2 pieces in there. A dispenser can now go ahead and fill this thing up, so you can dispense glowstone into a respawn anchor. And I only put 2 pieces in, so it only did it by by 2 extra little points. So I'm gonna risk dying again to see if my little redstone contraption works. All it does is, this is just an observer. It's observing over into a repeater. That repeater is just slowing down its redstone signal, because every time that I would put a piece of glowstone into this, it would also update the repeater again, in which we don't want it to kind of cycle. So it's just slowing that down so that it can't fire a second time, as this fires for the first time. So now when I kill myself and respawn, the respawn anchor will use up one of its respawns, but then it'll immediately put it back in. So you'll hear all of that happen. And you can see that we only have 2 of the respawn things. And in fact, I can just go ahead and fill this all the way up. Don't know why I put that in my inventory and not my hand. Boop, boop, there we go. And of course it did the thing that I was trying to avoid. But anyway, so now we're full up. And if I do that again and respawn, you can see that every time that I kill myself, that it will add it all up, and it's only adding a single bit of glowstone, which is pretty cool. I can make redstone contraptions sometimes, okay? Now I feel like, woohoo, I did it. Well, that about wraps it up for everything in this snapshot 20W13A, the cursed snapshot. I'm really, really excited about Striders. I think that that is a really, really cool mob. I really wish that they dropped some type of food or something else other than just string, but we will see, because this is a snapshot, a development build, which means that everything we've talked about in this video could be developed away. It could be changed or, different in the actual release that comes out to the public. Thanks so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it with your Minecraft friends so that they know about it. And also make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. See you in the next video. Bye.